Okay, guys, so we're getting a remake of Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2. And guys, the fan base for these games is going crazy. I think everyone who's a fan of Rockstar is going crazy. Because if we're getting a remake of Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2, we might be getting a remakes of Manhunt and a whole bunch of other Rockstar games from the early 2000s that everyone loved. But in regards to Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2, this was absolutely required. Back when these games came out, we didn't really have a good Matrix simulator. Like, we couldn't, because again, the Matrix was super, oh man, it's super popular. Like, all the movies were. Even the ones that people consider bad now. They're super popular. And I remember, everyone back then, we wanted a game where we can actually, play like we're in the Matrix. And, given credit where credit's due, there were some pretty good Matrix games. Obviously the Path of Neo was the best one. I think that's the one that everyone says was the best of the best as far as consoles go. Then we had, Into the Matrix. I think Into the Matrix was like the first one. And then we had Matrix Online. I think that's the one on PC that was pretty much like a was like an RPG, if I'm not mistaken. But the Path of Neo was by far the best one of all of them. The Into the Matrix was it was but it as good as they were, and of course Path of Neo being the best one, none of them really did a great job, ironically, of capturing what it was like to be within that universe. But Max Payne did, and again, this is really supporting the whole ironic aspect of this position, or these statements. The Matrix franchise was influenced by the Max Payne franchise. The Max Payne franchise was influenced by the Matrix, and it ended up being a better version of a Matrix game than the Matrix games. Oh man, I'm talking in circles here, but hopefully you guys are keeping up. There's something about Max Payne that really just was able to make you feel like you were a part of that universe. When you were being surrounded by, the mafia or whatever enemies that you had to face, and that basically Matrix. I'm getting confused because they're essentially like intertwined, but Max Payne functioned in chapters, and each chapter had a different series of antagonists, and without spoiling anything, some would leave and be defeated, and then they would come back, etc., etc. But whenever you were surrounded by these enemies, you really felt like you were, like you being surrounded by like a early 90s type of like gang of criminals. Like, you were highly outnumbered, and realistically speaking, you weren't going to be able to escape that situation. But of course, you're not a normal person, you're Max Payne, and Max had the ability to slow down time. It's obviously a highlight of his training as a cop and his years of experience in gunfights that was materializing as everything slowing down. That's essentially what was going on, but obviously, we didn't realize that. We just thought that it was just a cool mechanic, and it was a cool mechanic. It was very, very intuitive, and the slowing down of the game really made you feel like you were part of a Hollywood film. Like, they really mastered bullet time. The Matrix was the blueprint, but Max Payne perfected it. The way you could slow down time cinematically to not only gain an advantage over your enemies, because you were getting hit up by 6-7 different enemies at a time, if not more. The way you were able to slow down time to really give you the advantage and show how you can take down that many enemies by yourself was it made you feel so powerful. It was cool, and it made you feel so powerful, guys. It makes you feel so powerful. And the fact that you had to eat painkillers in order to heal yourself, guys, a game like this, like I think I mentioned this in another video, it would be very, very hard to make a game like this today because, first of all, it shows the protagonist, the quote unquote good guy, abusing drugs to heal himself, and he's killing people stylistically as a cop, and he's doing it in the most absolutely just brutal way possible. Like, these guys are getting torn apart by bullets. Like, he's taking police brutality to like the next level, and he's doing it with a smile on his face and like this sort of almost like old school detective type of flair. Oh, it was so, guys, I'm going to a tangent. I don't want this video to be too long, but it was so cool, guys. It was so cool. And to see that game being brought back with modern graphics, modern FPS, and hopefully a additional aspect of the story, maybe more lore, maybe more information about certain characters, that would be fantastic. Maybe more game modes. That would be great. That'd be great. And hopefully this will inspire Rockstar to remake Max Payne 3. Because again, Max Payne 3 is great. I think it already got like an update as far as the graphics, but they can remake that one as well. And in my opinion, Max Payne 3 was probably the best in the franchise. But again, that's subjective. Most people believe it's Max Payne 2. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Let me know your theories about the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. Let me know what you think will happen, because there's a lot of different theories out there. I want to hear yours. But keep it civil, guys. Keep it civil. I've been on AdClear. You guys have been amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.